It's a couple Jordan 1 retros and they gotta be in your collection. You just collect them, you never go stepping. I can respect it, but that ain't for me. I gotta lace up these black cement threes and throw a little fit together. Get on the go out, place a bid, and hopefully I can just hit forever. I'm from the bottom, a little wanna rap, but this part about culture, you gotta be fair. Ralph Lauren with the Air Forces, put that shit on to the day that I die. Nikes over Adidas.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, DaRetroWizKid, the shoeologist, and y'all rocking with your boy in the sneaker dungeon, y'all. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Today, we doing a little comparison, man. This is what I like, man. This is something that I've done on the channel for a long time since I've been doing YouTube. It's some of my favorite videos to do is the compare and contrast of sneakers from older releases to newer releases. And here recently, we did have a pair of sneakers drop last weekend. I was successful with hitting on the FLX app shipped to me. FLX been showing your boy some love on like 3 of the last releases. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Head over to Instagram and follow your boy at DaRetroWizKid, posting them pictures for y'all. And with all that being said, let's jump straight into it. Yeah! So this is gonna be my first time looking at these. I've seen pictures, I've seen videos actually. You know, I saw some people do a couple videos on them, and I don't know where my knife is. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where my knife is, but I want to keep this box because I gotta ship a pair of shoes off, so I'm gonna be very careful right here with this. But this one right here being one of my favorite non-OG colorways when it comes to the Air Jordan 14. I really like the Air Jordan 14, and honestly, in this video, I will break down something. And you know, some people might agree, some people might disagree, but you know, that's the love of the sneaker game, man. But right here, we do have that Air Jordan 14. This is one of those older Jordan boxes that we've been seeing that they bring the 13s and 14s when they spin them around. They've been spinning it with this one, you know, all gray, silver, however you want to look at it, with the red Jumpman. Now, the official name and colorway of these are the Air Jordan 14 Retro Varsity Royal Black, and I did get these in a size 11. Now, in this video, we will be comparing these to the Air Jordan 14 Laney Low, which is really the original way that the shoe should look like. But, you know, just like the Gingers, they dropped these and they made them come out with the regular cut of an Air Jordan 14 instead of doing the low cut, which, you know, okay, I'm peeping them, yes sir, yes sir. Okay, so off bat, I can already see the difference just from looking at it, and not even looking at the low cut Air Jordan 14 Laney. I can already tell you guys, just by looking at it, I see the differences, man. I see the differences. Now, minus the box being different, you know, the cut is different. And I honestly want to say the blue is a little bit different, and the way that they did the actual midsole of the sneaker, giving it a pearl white type vibe, not like what they did on the pair that came out before that. Now, I never owned the actual OG Laney, but again, this being one of my favorite Air Jordan 14 colorways, that is a non-OG colorway. Now, the last time that the Laneys came out, I want to say it was like 2016, 2015-16 era, and right here we do have the low cut joints right here. Now, this one being what I am accustomed to seeing, and I honestly, y'all, I know a lot of people gonna be like, yo, G, you tripping, man, you tripping, but I personally like the Air Jordan 14s in the low cut vibe. That's me personally. That's the way that I like it. I like 14s, but I do like the low cut 14 at that, because it's different. You guys can see side by side that you guys can really see that the color is different on this pair compared to this pair, and this one being the previous release and this one being the new release. Now, when we looking at the bottom of the sneakers, of course they get hit with the same type of bottom. Nothing has changed on the bottom other than the fact that, you know, I think the yellow would be a little bit different as far as being on the new pair. The new pair has a different yellow vibe compared to the pair that came out previously. And just looking at the overall build of the sneaker, of course, this one having that regular Air Jordan 14 type vibe, and this one right here having that low cut, and the low cut being the original way that the actual Laney 14s released. Now, I know a lot of people were talking about this area right here on the midsole. This one also has a pearl type vibe, and I know a lot of people were saying that they feel like this area right here has like a beige pearl to it. If I'm not mistaken, they've always looked like that. It was just the way that, even though time is aged on the shoe, it might be like a tad bit darker. From what I remember when this shoe came out, it's always had a tint to it on this pair right here. It wasn't something, it was different, you know, it was something different, and I can't remember if the OGs had that same type of touch to it, but if I'm not mistaken, you know, maybe it is the age, because I know Break was talking about it, maybe the age is a little bit reason why that looks like that, but, you know, as far as the colors and everything, they definitely switched that color up, and we'll just have to see over time if this one actually changes colors. But on the back of the sneaker, another big difference, of course, you have the Jumpman and the 23 on the new pair, and then on the pair that came out that looks more like the OG, you have the Jordan back there. And again, me saying, I like the lows better than I like these, man. And that's just me personally, y'all. That's just me personally. Still getting hit with the same type of lace tip vibe for the aglets. You have the silver aglets. But something that I think that stands out on the low tops compared to the actual regular cut 14s is the fact that you normally have, like, you know, you got those three little silver eyelets right there. Now, me personally, I think that gives the sneaker a nice touch, especially with having the aglets on there and everything like that. The silver hits, it makes it pop, and it's different. You know, it's different. But when I think about an Air Jordan 14 low, I don't think that this is a true low, because when you think of a low, you think of a low top sneaker. This one still comes up, you know, it's kind of like a medium version of the sneaker. If you ask me, it's like a mid and a high, you know, because this one is a little bit higher. But this is, when I think low, I think like a Jordan 1 low. I think like a Air Force 1 low, a Jordan 11 low. And this sits just a little bit higher, in my personal opinion, than all of those. So that's why I say, man, I really don't feel like this, it's a low cut, but it's still, you know, it's not, it's stupid low. You feel me? Looking at the tongue, you guys can see where they use a different color right there for that varsity yellow type vibe. And I believe on this one, it was Varsity Maze, because when you look at this one for the Air Jordan 14 that came out when it was the low, it reads Air Jordan 14 Retro Low, Varsity Royal, Varsity Maze, Black, White, Royal Varsity, you know, all that stuff written on there. It has about 2 lines. And you guys can see this is the previous release, and that one right there just being the newer release, just being very short, simple when it comes to the colorway. So I definitely would say that I do feel like the colors are definitely different. Me personally, again, I'm gonna have to say I like this one a little bit better, you know, but I like the Air Jordan 14 Laney, so I am rocking out with this one a whole lot as well. Different upgrades, just like how they did the Ginger 14s, you know, something to give this shoe its own entity, but something to give this shoe something different compared to this one. But like I said, you know, when you're looking at that Jordan, you guys can clearly see the colors that they use are not the same on this part right here in the front of the tongue where Jordan is written on there. And, you know, minus, you know, the way that these are cut, they feel about the same with the quality, as far as the quality consistency on the upper. I would even go on to say that, you know, maybe one feels a little bit smoother than the other. I feel like these might feel a little bit more slicker than these, but, you know, again, you know, years later, you know, small different things to change up the shoe and bring it back. You know, was this a cop or was this a drop? How do you guys feel about the Laney 14s? I was surprised that they actually pretty much sold out in my area where I'm at, you know, so I did see on sneakers they did go as well. We had a couple sizes sitting after the release, but for the most part, let me know down in the comment section, in your area, did these sell out, or do you guys still have pairs sitting on shelves? They did a whole lot better than the Air Jordan Retro 6 Toro, in my personal opinion, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm just going to stick with saying that I do prefer the Jordan Low version of the Laney because it's closer to the OG, and you guys know that I'm OG over everything, even though this is not an OG colorway, but paying homage to Laney High School where Michael Jordan played at. I've always liked the Laney colorway. You guys know Air Jordan 1 Royal, you know that Royal is my favorite Air Jordan 1. It's a sneaker. It's my favorite Jordan of all time is the Jordan 1 Royal. So when I see something that kind of gives off the vibes of that royal blue and black, you know, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, varsity royal, any type of royal, any type of blue and black hit to a Jordan, I've always loved it. So with this one right here, getting the slight hits of that yellow, man, I just think that it pop. I just think that makes it pop. But I would definitely say that if you don't own a pair of the Laney 14s in the previous releases, this is still an outstanding cop. One that I would say that, you know, if you really want a pair of Laneys with the colorway and everything, this is not a bad pickup, man. It is not a bad pickup. And y'all already know, man, your boy gonna hold on to these, man. But I will say that, you know, I feel like the tongues are slightly different with the perforations of the dots and everything like that. Little small things, man. Little small things. Slightly different with the yellow, you know, and, you know, it's just little small things that they did. But the major thing that they did was bring this up and make it higher. You guys can see right there with how the cut is and how it sits different compared to how they do the low top one. And then you can clearly see that it is a high compared to this one. It's higher than that low. And that's the main big differences, man, other than the slight color differences. But y'all already know, man, it is your boy, the Retro Wiz Kid. We're gonna go ahead and move these out the way. Stay tuned to the channel, y'all. We actually had a crazy Yeezy day. Y'all, I haven't even recapped Yeezy day yet, but we have a pair of 350s that came in, and you know, that's gonna be the next video for you guys. I'll probably drop that tomorrow for you. We do have a pair of the 350s that did drop on Yeezy Day, the May 31st, but I ended up buying these early, man. I bought this pair early. I bought that pair early off of GOKU because I didn't know how Yeezy Day was gonna go, and I'll break down in that video my recap of Yeezy Day as well, and the sneakers that I hit on, and we'll be looking forward to doing videos over. It's crazy because some of them have shipped, some of them haven't, but once I get them, you know, as I get them in, I'll be knocking videos out. But it is your boy, the Retro Wiz Kid. Did you pick up a pair of the Laney 14s last weekend, or do you plan on copping a pair down the line? What is your favorite Air Jordan 14 colorway? Stay tuned to the channel. Until the next video, peace, love, and Laguna Beach, and we out this thing. Yeah!
It's a couple Jordan 1 retros and they gotta be in your collection. You just collect them, you never gon' step in. I can respect it, but that ain't for me. I gotta lace up these black cement 3s and throw a little fit together. Get on the go, out, place a bid, and hopefully I can just hit forever. I'm from the bottom.